What has happened now with recent developments where they've shown that you can make carbon fiber from CO2 from the air, you now have the final I believe we have the final solution where there's enough, if we start making our building materials out of carbon-based materials, we have enough to sequester the carbon we need to meet the Paris target, and we can make money doing it. And the final thing that I really feel is very important, and I've made myself a pest here at this conference, in sort of saying over and over again, listen, we have framed this problem wrong. This is not a threat. This is not us villain human beings destroying the planet. This is us going through a transition in a basic, through knowledge, to a new energy system. And that new energy system is going to unleash a great era of prosperity and better human conditions for the humans and better for the planet, because we now know that's a problem. Right?
Nicholas, what's the time frame on global thermostat, and in terms of a rollout, and when can we start seeing some real world examples of its effectiveness?
So my armchair assessment, because he and Graciela are really running the company, is that it'll be 1.5 to 2 years, and we'll start to really see some projects, commercial projects that will really be proving to.
Yeah, we'll be able to bring people and say, here it is operating and stuff.
That's critically important, and it's important for investors, it's important for customers. But I think for this audience and the people that you all influence, the thing that I think is most important is the conception that we really can't get there just by reducing the amount of CO2 we're putting into the air. The IPCC has said very clearly there's a 160 gigaton plug in their models to say we just have to remove this from the air. So it's not either or, it's and. We need to, as rapidly as possible, reduce our fossil generation and emissions, but we also absolutely have to capture CO2 from air somehow. Hopefully it's global thermostat, and hopefully 20 other companies, or 100. But we both travel around the world. We talk to people who are in real positions of influence in the energy and climate debate, and the clarity around that is just not yet there.
Right.
Right. I'm glad you brought that up. I really think people have developed the belief that renewable energy is a surrogate for the solution, and that somehow if we just go to clean energy, the rest will evolve. And it's really flawed. And what's also more problematic tactically, in the energy space, you're up against a industry that has hundreds of years of learning. They've reduced their costs down, and you have a real hurdle rate. In converting CO2 to materials and fuel, you don't have an industry that you're competing against. No, it's a new approach.
It's a new industry.
It's a new industry, and therefore, one of the things to remember is the cost of carbon. Our technology can take CO2 out of the air for under $50 a ton. That means we can beat, as a source of carbon for making everything, if a barrel of oil costs more than $20 a barrel. $20 a barrel. $20 a barrel.